country and blues.
In New York City.
This club's gonna be different.
Play some real music!
This band is Talking Heads.
We're Blondie.
We're the Ramones.
We're the Jet Boys!
Patti Smith Group.
Lou Reed. You're a rock star.
What does CBGB stand for?
Country Bluegrass Blues.
We have a band.
CBGB gets new customers buying drinks. You get to play for an audience. You might want to consider an exterminator.
Not very country.
To be associated with something as cool as CBGB is you know, I never saw that coming.
The place itself is iconic and had such a huge impact on a lot of people. And to be able to kind of recreate and be a part of that whole world and be a part of taking people back to that world is a really exciting, fun thing to be a part of.
You gotta spend money to make money.
You gotta have money to spend money to make money. And since you spend all the money you make, you don't have any money to spend. So you might want to think about saving the money you make instead of spending the money you make.
I kind of lucked out because Lisa Crystal was on set and one of the executive producers, and so, you know, she's the source. Like she is the person I'm playing, and so, you know, she and I would sit down and chat about, you know, memories that she had of her father and of CBGB and the good and the bad and the motivation behind it, and so I kind of lucked out in that sense.
Terry Ork was a band manager and a music promoter and later producer, and he really introduced Hilly to these artists early on. And was kind of entrenched in that movement. Unfortunately, didn't have the musical ability to. I think he wanted to. I think he really wanted to be in a band. But the next best thing was managing them.
You don't really have this kind of thing anymore, you know? What do you think the way the music industry is? Is this a possibility of having this kind of a movement again, or is it? What's you?
I hope so.
I'd hope so, but sadly, I don't think so. Yeah. I mean, people, you know, have YouTube channels now, and yeah, I mean, that's the wonderful thing about theater is that, you know, you have to be in the room for it, you know, and I find that very romantic. In all the plays that I've done over the years, there's not a single tape of it. You can't look it up on YouTube. It's like
an experience.
It's an experience, and you have to be there in person for it, and that's really, it's really lost now, those experiences, I think.
I mean, listen, there's a lot of pros about the internet, but there's also kind of that danger of the separation and being able to sit behind your computer and not having to actually go and do and say and experience things.
I grew up on a lot of free Motown albums because my mother was Gladys Knight's assistant for a time, and you couldn't really afford it. So I grew up, and I'm not complaining. I mean, what a great foundation for your experience in music. So that stuff really still hits home for me. That's really, that's home for me musically. All those great Motown artists.
Yeah, I mean, literally, I probably have everything ever on my computer because it just depends what mood I'm in. Sure. Honestly, I feel like, you know, music has the ability to kind of almost dictate what kind of mood you're in at times, and so I'm all over the place. But I grew up, I mean, I think at heart, like, I'm always gonna love country because that's kind of what I you know, grew up on dirt roads, and that's where my roots are.
You play too loud. I'm walking out.
Roxanne, you don't have to put on the red light.
Thank you for watching Extra on YouTube.
And for 24/7 updates on celebrity news, subscribe to our channel here, like us on Facebook here, or follow us on Twitter here.
And if you want your voice heard, leave a comment below.
Where?
Right there.